car mayhem! Woo! A big ass burnout. Oh yeah.
Woo! I just became a smoker. Finally, the episode that Finnegan and I have been dreaming about for so long. And we've got Tony, of course, Finnegan, me, Dulcich, and for the first time ever from Dirt Every Day on Motor Trend, Dave Chappelle. And what we're gonna do is take the General Mayhem Charger that Dulcich and I recently repowered with a motorhome 440, and we're gonna race it against
the 2JZ swapped Death Metal Charger.
And we're doing it at DirtFish. So first, we've got about a day of wrenching. We're here at Chappelle's shop. What are we gonna do?
I'm gonna build a roll cage in this thing, or at least a back half of a roll cage, and then we're doing tires and some other stuff. I don't know what these guys are doing. It looks like they're already ready to
change
party.
the oil, that's it.
Wash it
yeah,
a little bit.
buff it maybe.
Hack some fenders,
Dominate life.
butcher some things.
Bold new graphics.
Order a pizza.
New alternator, and
yeah.
fix those doors.
And
they
I-
won't shut.
I gotta fix the stance on the car too. So there's some wrenching to do. We got about a day of that, then we're gonna road trip to DirtFish, then we've got 2 full days of the greatest days of our life. Let's run through the history of my 1968 Dodge Charger known as the General Mayhem. We first built this car in the very last episode of season 2 of Roadkill, and this is the last episode of season 10. So 8 years ago we put this thing together, when we took this hulk of a Charger that I had traded for a set of cylinder heads, and Mike and I dragged a 440 out of a motorhome, stabbed it in the car. It was like fantastic. And we moved on, ended up taking it to DirtFish Rally School, and that was like my perfect moment for this car. Now after that, it ended up becoming the very first muscle car to ever have a Hellcat swap. Recently, on episodes of Roadkill Garage, Steve Dulcich and I were probably the first people in history to un-Hellcat swap a car. We took out the engine and all of the wiring and the gas tank and the roll cage to try and return it to what you see here today, which is the version of the car that is sort of like it was at DirtFish before, but leveled up just a little bit. It has a 440 in it again. So what we're gonna do here today before we head off on our road trip is just a little bit of tinkering. We're heading to DirtFish, and it is gonna be like reliving the greatest moment of my life.
Say hello to the Death Metal Charger, a 1968 model that spent 50 years in various barns in Indiana before it landed on eBay, and then I bought it with no drivetrain. Tony Angelo and I filmed an episode of Roadkill, putting it back together with a 383 big block and a 6-speed Tremec trans, and then we road tripped it from Georgia all the way back to Indiana to find the original builder of the car, Joe Barry, who was not thrilled about us bringing this car back into his life. I really had no plans to do anything with it until about 6 months ago when I got the harebrained idea to take out the 383 big block Mopar that was under the hood and put in a 2JZ Toyota inline-6 engine with a turbo. Suddenly, the car is 100-pounds lighter, 200 horsepower more powerful, and makes glorious noises that do not match the visual of this really low stock car. And so I'm in love with it again. The idea that we get to take this car and Mayhem to DirtFish again to drive is pretty much gonna be the greatest thing I do all year. So I'm looking forward to it. Just making a list here. When we 2J swapped it, we also changed from a single disc clutch to a Mantic twin disc. And unfortunately, we never put a clutch pedal stop in the car, so it's highly likely we've probably tweaked the fingers of our pressure plate by pushing the pedal too far. So we're gonna try to fix that today. We're gonna close out the back side of the inner fenders. Currently, this is all open in here, and because the doors are gutted, when you drive the car, the front wheels just throw rocks at your face. The front sway bar broke off the upper control arms. It would probably be good to put that back on. And then we're gonna raise the front of the car up like 1 inch. Because the radiator is real close to the ground. The radiator is out of a Ford Taurus. It's way taller. A day's worth of work, no more than that. We should be on time leaving tomorrow.
Step 1 on this car always is take all the doors off so we can do stuff to it.
We have some wrenching to do. That means we're gonna pick it up on the lift, and Dulcich and I will get on that, but Dave is just like eyeballing all of this so we can start making some parts for the roll bar.
Yep, I'm gonna kind of like lay out the main hoop on the ground, and then I'll try and match it as best I can.
Cool.
We gotta do some kind of plate in here to block all the rocks hitting us in the teeth while we're driving through the dirt, because right now, I can put my hand right on the tire.
We don't like that, do we? No, we don't. No, we don't. Oh, yeah, thank you. I should know your name if you're gonna lick my face.
Hazel.
Hazel. All right, it's less weird now. Know your name. So right now I'm making cardboard templates here, and these are gonna be for closeout panels that cover up the back side of our fender and the front side of our gutted doors.
The first thing I'm going to do here is a job that I wasn't expecting, and that's replacing the alternator because it's brand new. But sometimes it happens. You get a new part and it fails right away. In this case, I'm just going to have a simple R&R, a couple of bolts, that thing's out, and new one's in, and we're ready to go.
So that's not too bad. I'm gonna trim up a little bit, but it's good enough for who it's for.
I've got the replacement alternator going in. It's actually a higher amperage unit. This is 130 amps versus 100 for the one that was in there before, and it should bolt right in.
Well, Steve and the audience and everybody else is really tired of my obsession with the rear suspension on this car. I have to have it sit level. What I think I can do is put in this 1.5-inch lowering block, and I got U-bolts I think we can throw in there. That's what I was worried about.
That's dropped in, right? Okay, it's through.
So Freiburger's got these super wide wheels, and these tires have been sitting in a stack forever, and I can't get them to blow on there with the machine, so I'm gonna light them on fire. That's just a warm-up. Just get the rubber nice and soft.
How's that working, Dave?
It'll get there. I think we just need more fire.
It just doesn't have any pop to it.
I know. What the hell?
There we
it goes.
go. That's how to be somebody.
Inner fenders are done. We are now moving on to the next critical item on the list, which is putting a clutch pedal stop, because currently there isn't one. And if you put the clutch all the way to the floor, you're actually gonna over-travel the throwout bearing and bend the fingers of the pressure plate, which is no bueno.
Yeah, and then it won't disengage again, and you're in trouble.
We're gonna fix that right now.
Yeah, the idea is to use this little all-thread coupler, and essentially the idea is this will get welded to the pedal arm, and you just adjust this bolt in and out so that it contacts the floor and stops the travel where it needs to.
Yep.
We're gonna come over here and mark it. Yeah, I like it.
Here's the butchery that Chappelle is about to save us from. We installed this iron 1.5-inch lowering block. Unfortunately, the car also had an aluminum 4-degree shim in it for the pinion angle for the rear end. The problem with doing this is that the locating pin on the block, it's just not long enough, and it's not located the way you want it to be. And so, honestly, this is gonna break and kick apart and create a disaster. So what he's gonna do is take a piece of actually hitch receiver material, make us a block, and cut that 4-degree wedge into it, and then make pins so that it'll stay together. It's actually gonna be pretty cool. I've never seen anybody fabricate one of these before. So let's go, Chappelle.
The key on this is not to get too weird about it until you're like actually welding it together.
Okay. We're in gear. Yeah.
I think we're in business. I think we're right on.
Cool. Clutch pedal switch.
We call it done.
We now have a pedal stop.
Yeah, we do.
Now we don't destroy our clutch.
Okay.
All right, it's right there.
You feel like that's the same?
No, that was a lot, dude.
All right, let's see it.
That's a big change.
Okay, so now that we have the front end of the death metal Charger raised up to a point where it's going to work, we're going to install some QA1 strut rods. Now, these are a huge upgrade in the way your Mopar handles because essentially these control the movement of the wheel forward and back, especially under braking because there's a lot of force there. And the QA1 piece has this rod end that allows no slop at all. So the wheel's just going to stay where it's supposed to stay. Everything's going to feel better, more precise, and it's going to handle better.
Normally, you would disassemble the suspension to do this. You would take the torsion bars out and move the control arm back a bit to get this out. We're lazy and I don't have that kind of time, so we're just going to cut the old ones in half to get them out.
Woo! So I'm busting out some lowering blocks for the back of General Mayhem. I'm making one that sort of duplicates this. So these things should be like bulletproof. This thing makes more horsepower than anything I've ever driven, so I don't want to see this stuff fail.
We're ready for the Chappelle custom drop block.
Look at that.
I'm not touching it.
Fresh out of the paint shop. It should fit right. Go up with that a little bit. Oh, there we go.
It's all good to go.
It's in for sure. It might be too sure. We'll figure it out.
Oh, God, here we go.
No, we'll be all right.
We'll get a bunch of washers.
It's going to be fine.
All right, how's the stance?
It's getting better.
Look.
The drive shaft's still showing about 1.25 inches.
Okay, that's perfect. Wow, that's really low in the back now.
The front should, when
It
you
might
pull it
settle.
forward, it'll settle in.
Yeah, I think it'll be okay. Because it was dumped more than that, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's start working now.
Yeah, let the actual work begin now.
All right, the road killers are like, you got 2 days, we're coming to your shop, we need to build a roll cage. And then they showed up and it was like, hey dude, you got 1 day, we gotta build a roll cage. And then it was like, hey, can we mount some tires and build some lowering blocks and then build a roll cage? So it's 3 o'clock. I got like 4 more hours, I gotta build a 4-hour roll cage. Here we go.
Okay.
That looks fun.
All right, that should be,
Looks good.
yeah.
One of the problems with the car is you really couldn't shut the doors without lifting up on them and slamming them. And the problem is in the striker. So I'm going to adjust those. Hopefully they'll mesh and line up perfectly and the door will shut with ease. That's what I'm talking about.
Body man Steve.
And now we test fit the main hoop of the roll bar. It's not going to be too bad.
Pretty dialed. We'll have a little bit of work to do on the lowers, but
Yeah, these are bent too far.
yeah, I can do a little kick out on these if we need to.
Okay.
All right, let off. Let me get one more here. If we need to fudge it anymore, we can kind of tweak it with the down bar.
Okay.
Okay, and this is 84 inches and just a hair over half. Front suspension is about as good as it's gonna get given what we have. And so one of the last items on our list was to make some clearance between the rear quarter panels and our tires. So we're just gonna take some pipe and bend out the sheet metal and pop whatever Bondo's there and make ourselves some clearance. Careful, careful.
Oh, my God.
Could be literally holding the whole car together.
Dave nailed the main hoop. It's in there really tight. Right now we're using a piece of rebar that we can bend over our knee just to figure out what the perfect angle is going to be for the down bars into the trunk.
It's a lot cheaper than Ruin and DOM.
Yep.
Race cars like these highly tuned machines need sway bars. Finnegan had a system on there before where essentially the end links, which is what these things are, were binding up and wound up breaking the things in half. So I found these replacement end links. I'm gonna drill this out bigger and we're just gonna make it work. We're gonna roadkill this thing together one way or another.
Man, the roll cage so far is great. It's actually not a roll cage, it's a roll bar. I'm actually not concerned about it being like track legal. I just wanted to add rigidity to the car and some safety on rollover. But because we're gonna do a low door bar, it won't actually be NHRA legal, but that's okay.
Well, we're hacking up a makeshift sway bar and fastening it with the only fasteners we could find, which look like grade 2.5 Chinesium
It's swing set hardware. It's going to be fine.
We're just about done here. Gotta be honest, we have kicked butt today. And all that's left is to cut off the old sway bar mounts, which are on the upper control arms, and weld on a new one, and then bolt the front end together and go for a drive.
That will work pretty damn well.
Okay, they're done. Tomorrow we ride.
You know, I look at dirt every day and I constantly ask myself, how do those guys get so much done? That's the answer right there. Dave Chappelle is a bad man. I've seen a lot of people build roll bars and roll cages, and none of them as fast as this guy. And mint.
Go touch that up, weld that door bar in, and you guys are out of here.
Out of here. You don't have to act like you're looking forward to it so much.
You guys are out of here.
All right, one more door bar. So we're gonna get that zapped in, and then we're done for the night. Tomorrow morning we'll come back here and I guess take off and drive to DirtFish. Yeah?
Sounds like a good idea.
Yep. Dude, you were rad in ways Roadkill doesn't even deserve.
Thank you guys for coming to my shop. That was awesome.
I suggest you lock the gate as soon as we drive out. Thanks, man.
Later, dudes.
See ya.
Dude, that one's so cool. Everybody. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for playing cars. I'm gonna go make some more coffee.
Wow, this thing runs great.
Back on the road.
Yeah.
General Mayhem is better than it ever has been, at least with 440 power.
I think this 440 has got some guts.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Very tight converter.
I've already noticed that this sounds a lot better than Finnegan's car.
But he's got throwing fire and backfiring and stuff, so that's supposed to be cool.
Those are just circus tricks, right?
Yeah.
I love this car.
I want to make it handle good.
The faster I go, the more the front end shakes.
That makes sense.
Yeah, this is new. There's something up front is doing that didn't do it before.
The car doesn't sound as cool as it used to with the cherry bombs on it. But the beauty of it is that in comparison to the 2JZ,
We have that V8 rumble that the 2JZ doesn't have. That's good.
yeah.
Yeah, whatever, that's fine.
I love this car.
It's pretty awesome.
I think the alternator failed again.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And do you think our belt is loosening up?
There's no way. I tightened it up myself.
Because it was at 14 and it boom fell down. We need a parking lot. This thing smells like burning rubber.
She is unhappy with us.
Maybe the belt is slipping because the alternator doesn't seem to be charging again. That's it.
Really?
Totally loose.
It is literally wearing out.
I see why. It's the wrong belt for that pulley. We need to do a belt change at the side of the road.
Do you have some?
No.
Of course
Are you
not.
kidding?
Oh, I don't know. Well, we're in the middle of downtown. We could probably walk somewhere.
Probably.
So we are 6 miles into our trip. We're cruising around, and the entire passenger side is just filled with exhaust. My eyes were burning. I can't breathe.
Well, we're gonna fix it temporarily because the flappers are too good to eliminate completely. So we're just gonna add a little snorkel here, get the exhaust up above, his window.
Okay, Dulcich, what do you need?
I need a 9/16 socket on the 3/8 ratchet.
New alternator has the wrong pulley for this belt, so it was burning itself up.
To just worn that inside part.
Oh, you're doing some Boso Zuku. I like it. Look at that. This is gonna work. And then when we get the DirtFish, we just take it off.
Brilliant!
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Those guys have cool exhaust action going on, and we got our new belt. It turns out this old belt was a 1/2 incher, and it was just digging into that pulley. And the guy said it's actually an industrial belt, which I don't know. Does that mean maybe it can't handle with automotive RPM?
It didn't.
It didn't. All right. Hopefully that fixes everything. Okay, good to go, right?
Yeah.
Look at it smoke.
I don't know what that means, but I don't like it.
Our alternator works now, yay.
What you did?
Oh my God, it broke in half. Yeah, now I smell it again.
Yeah, because it's coming out again. Why?
Oh. Whoops. Now we gotta fix it. Oh, its exhaust already fell off.
Oh, no.
We just needed a little more research and development on our header pipe.
This doesn't do anything?
You can do that.
I could notch that.
Yeah, if we notch that right here, yeah.
I feel good about it.
Yeah, the dryer ducting is the fail here.
The key here is going to be the tape. I think it's as good as new.
Ready?
You gonna hit it?
Sure.
All right, that'll definitely work.
Ah, it's fixed.
Finally, on the road, Freiburger.
Again, on the road again. Rolling Chargers with all my friends.
I smell it.
Stinky, pretty stinky. Let's hit it for a while.
All right.
What's happened?
What the hell was that?
Why are they slowing way down?
I don't know why they're going so slow. They're pulling over.
Are they going the wrong way?
I don't think this is gonna go great.
No, this is not gonna go great at all. I hit a pothole or something. That started the steering shaking, and then it just got worse.
Yeah, it was pretty serious.
And it didn't go away until I let off.
It seemed like something went unstable with the steering, Freiburger.
Aha.
After hitting a pothole really hard.
Oh, like death wobble?
Yeah.
Yeah, it had death wobble, and it wouldn't go away until I let off the gas.
There's a ton of slop in the factory coupler.
Oh, your idler is garbage.
Is that it?
Uh-huh. Oh, wow, that's bad. Here's what's going on. We're probably 15 miles at most from Chappelle's house. Then all of a sudden, the death metal Charger developed death wobble. And we pulled over and looked at the steering linkage, and the idler arm is a disaster, and the pitman is not really any better. So these guys are over here deciding what to do, maybe trying to find some parts and things like that. But not going that great so far. It's just going regular roadkill.
Essentially, the death wobble was coming from the idler arm, which is like the counterpart to the pitman steering arm. There's like a drag link in the middle, and if there's a lot of play in the idler arm, if it's worn out, your steering is going to be a disaster. Honestly, not safe.
Those guys are scrambling underneath their car, and they're trying to fix it again. Thing is, Freiburger and I really don't have anything to do. So I'm just going to relax in the passenger seat. Freiburger's probably already fast asleep by now. And those guys are going to be changing an idler arm in a supermarket parking lot. Better them than us.
I can't see. If you can position it, I can hold it. There we go. Nice. Ah, what a team. All right, new parts.
Here's a brand new piece. Besides looking beautiful, this is a nice tight socket. There's literally no movement. And that is
That's what we were going down the road with.
the disaster we were dealing with there.
One more piece of the death metal Charger eliminated. Very close. Dude, it's so much better.
You think?
Yeah, look, there's no more play now.
Yeah.
This is so much better. All our troubles are behind us now.
All right, let's put some miles down.
Finally on the road.
I know.
I wasn't expecting a night drive tonight, Freiburger.
Me neither.
Yeah, we had all day to get there, and we're just leaving now.
Whoa,
What the heck did we drop?
what is that?
Something was sparking like crazy, like it was made out of steel, though.
Yeah, we need to pull over. I got no power steering and no alternator.
We probably lost the pulley.
You know, this temperature is climbing.
Oh, temperature's climbing now.
That's what it was. We're screwed. I don't want to kill this motor. It's spiking. How would the water pump pulley fly off?
I have no idea. I saw it spark right off to the shoulder right before that interchange happened.
I did not see this coming.
Neither did I.
It's the crank pulley. Oh, man.
Oh, man, that's
We're
right.
never going to find one of those.
There's one bolt still in there.
The balancer's on it. A bolt broken.
I see one broke.
One bolt in it. All the belts are gone.
Yep.
And it trashed the water pump pulley. Look at that.
That is impressive. I've never seen anybody do that.
That's a disaster. I don't know how that happens.
They're literally setting records right
Yeah.
now.
This is trashed.
Like, what if some of the bolts weren't tight?
That's what I'm
and
thinking.
The
And then
belt
it moved.
was really
then
tight.
it would have put a ton of pressure on
Yeah.
the metal, and it would have eventually broke it loose. But
Well, that's something we're not fixing tonight. Here's what's going on. Dulcich and I are driving on the freeway. We hear something metal hit the ground, take off, spark. Turns out that the crankshaft pulley flew off the engine and wiped out the water pump pulley and the power steering pump pulley on the way out. So this is not something we're fixing at the side of the road at 7:41 p.m. in the middle of nowhere, Washington. So what we're gonna do is send these guys on the way, yeah?
Yeah.
So they're gonna take off and keep driving. We're gonna figure out how to get this flatbedded all the way there. I've already made an Instagram post to try and get a fan to come up with these pulleys so we can fix it in the morning so that we can race.
Hopefully we see you tomorrow.
right.
Yes, I hope so.
If not,
If
see you
not,
tomorrow.
enjoy yourself.
We will enjoy DirtFish.
oh, it's gonna be great.
Have a good race.
What could go wrong? It's only 262 miles from here.
It's freezing.
Hot wired headlights. I got a pink blanket. I'll be fine.
You think those guys broke that pulley on purpose? They were like, forget it.
Yeah.
Got out with a sledgehammer and then broke it.
They're like, they got that Lexus motor. They're not gonna break down. Let's just break our pulley in half and
They
just
were like,
ride in the
let's
tow
stay
truck.
warm. All right, it's cold as hell here. All right, I'm driving. Let's go.
Okay, ready for this? Like Bo Duke. You got a pink blanket. No shame in my game. Oh yeah, that's it.
You know, I really wanted to ride in death metal until I experienced the luxury SUV that we're using to tow my car.
You're getting soft, man.
Totally.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
pretty great. We found the pulleys last night that we need to fix the General Mayhem, but DirtFish awaits, and so we don't want to mess around. We want a cannonball there. We want to get running. We want to get these guys on track. See, this is all about you guys being able to drive. Then we will fix our junk and actually rally race.
Yeah.
We have the parts to fix it. Let's just fix it here so you can experience the ride to DirtFish.
We don't have the bolts.
They don't have bolts, man. Where are you gonna get bolts in America?
Oh, no bolts.
We need the bolts.
Oh, that's right. DirtFish has the bolts, apparently. Got it.
All right, hate to see you go. Love to watch you leave.
Okay.
See you out there.
We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Ah, the lap of luxury.
Oh, it burns it squats and the tire gets cut.
We made it to DirtFish Rally School, so it was easy on us because we cannonballed on the truck and trailer. Those guys drove their car. We really wanted to get this thing here as fast as we could so we could get it fixed and get right to action on track rather than messing around on the street anymore. The good news is we did get the pulleys that we need. I think about 50 Roadkill fans actually emailed me and said that they could help out, which is awesome. It ended up being a guy called Jed and his son Dutch who had these. They took this one off a car to get it to us. We really appreciate all of you because it's gonna make this happen. All right, let's get this one down in there.
You know, for being the utter pilot crap that it is, death metal still at least has a pretty good amount of adjustability, and we're using it right now. We needed to raise the back of the car up because essentially we drove all the way here with about a ½ inch clearance between the axle tubes and the frame of the car. Tire rubs on this side. A lot of bad things were happening, so we're disconnecting the U-bolts from the rear and taking out a 2-inch lowering block that we had in there. I think that's enough clearance for the terrain here at DirtFish.
Looks like we're gonna do this. Cool. I was worried it would be too tight.
Can you rotate it back and forth so I can find the hole?
Okay.
Perfect.
I think you might be able to rob a 7-Eleven.
If I can breathe perfectly like this, that engine's gonna breathe great.
All right, you guys all agree, make this scene super short so we can start driving?
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
100%. Finally, we're here. So what we're gonna do is every guy, every car, changing drivers and passengers. First up, me and Finnegan in the OG, the General Mayhem.
Let's go.
All right.
So excited about this.
All right, so we're about to kick off the action here at DirtFish. I'm stoked. General Mayhem is back in proper 440 regalia, and I want to see this thing drive.
Yeah, we've got Finnegan and Freiburger, the dream team, back together.
Everything on, let's see. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Get ahead of it. There you go.
Oh, man. You got the track wired.
That was aggressive.
Oh, my
There
God,
we
I
go.
love gravel. This is so awesome. Oh, this is what this car was born to do, right here. Oh, my God, that's so cool.
Yes!
You know you're kicking ass when you get back and the dirt is still in the air when you left.
If Tony approves it, I'll feel good.
That was awesome.
Dude, how fun was that?
It looked happy as hell out there.
Oh man, that was so fun.
Woo.
You gotta be so like on the throttle because it'll just come around, man.
The big turn into this one was really nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Picturesque.
This is gonna be my first time ever in the death metal.
This is the kind of car that you really want full containment of your body in because there's a lot of things that are going to give you tetanus in here.
Oh, let's see if I can even get in the thing. It's so race car.
It's first gear. It wanted to shift, though. It was on the limiter.
Oh, yeah.
Nice use of the brake. That was great.
It looks awesome. Yeah. They're having a blast.
Sweet.
I love the whoosh.
That was nice. The best. On the brake. Yeah. Oh, that was fun.
Yo, that looks amazing.
It looks so weird. It sounds so weird. It's like someone's driving a Honda around, but then it's a Charger.
It's wild.
Oh, God, I love this motor. I love this rev limiter.
Yeah. Ying, 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 ying. Who's up next?
Steve's up next. You ready?
It's Dulcich and the Mayhem with Tony as
I'm gonna
passenger.
ride.
Get it out there.
I've never really driven a car, but I've spent a lot of time wrenching on this thing.
Yeah, that'll do it.
You know?
Freiburger just told me that this is the very first time, like legit, the first time Dulcich has ever driven the Mayhem. And it's now, with an abundance of horsepower, a gravel surface, and he's surrounded by trees.
And Tony screaming.
Yeah. Steve gets lost, like in asphalt parking lots. So I'm gonna be ready to bolt this way. Bye-bye, Mayhem.
I consider that a challenge.
That's throwing rocks a lot.
Hit the gas. There you go. Yeah, hands on the wheel, man. Yeah. There you go. That's it. There you go. Slow, brake, gas. There you go. Gas, gas, gas. You got it. Nice. Nice, Steve. Woo! Woo!
Just taking it easy. I appreciate it.
Gas, gas, gas. Yes.
Oh, that's not taking it easy,
Till
dude.
now.
Go Dulcich.
That's turn. You got it. Steve, you're killing it. Dude.
Oh!
No.
Ugh.
That was close. Steve.
Technically, he didn't hit anything. He just came real close.
Wow.
Woo! Dulcich. You know, man.
What do you think, Tony?
Nice. That was exciting as hell.
Thanks, bro.
Oh yeah, that was great.
And now, you.
I'm ready.
Can I watch? I gotta be honest. I'm not afraid. I just want to see it go.
Yeah, I'll ride with him.
In that car, you can run first gear to about 43 miles an hour, I think.
Oh, he's on the rev limiter.
Yeah, it's hard. It just sounds evil.
Yeah.
Nice! That was the one. Link it together and fire!
He doesn't care about the red limiter at all.
No, he doesn't. That's what I like about him.
This is where I stand back a little bit.
Oh, this is the greatest car I own. How are the vital signs?
Good.
Man, we are just getting warmed up because that first session was designed to get each driver into each car just so that we could get a feel for them. Because tomorrow we're going on an even bigger, sloppier track, and it is going to be all hanging out.
We're back, day 2 at DirtFish. Now, I'm standing next to the General Mayhem, and I've got to say, this machine is indomitable. Indomitable? Something like that. It's hard to beat when it comes to riding on gravel. You set the steering angle, you stab it, and with that spooled in the rear end, the tail comes around and you've got your line. Man, you can make time with this. The other guys with the death metal over there, they have major front suspension rework to do and tire clearancing to do. So I'm gonna wait for those guys, and then we're gonna hit the track once again.
We've got a couple things working against us. The car started to sag after some spirited driving yesterday, so we're gonna jack it up on the torsion bars. The idea today is a little more ground clearance, a little more steering angle, and then hit the track.
It's going to be a day of automotive twister. Like one leg in this car, another one in this car, all sort of twisted up, driving different stuff, and it's going to be fantastic.
All right.
We're gonna kick it off with me driving the death metal, which I've never done before. I've never even driven a 2JZ before. So he's gonna train me and I'm gonna go out there and then we're gonna put these guys in the mayhem and have some violence.
Yeah. Soaked.
Just put your foot to the floor at all times.
You had no fear of rev limiter.
5,000 to 6,000 RPM launches.
What else?
Go that way really fast.
And then slide that way.
Something
even
gets in your
faster.
way, turn.
This is gonna be new and different.
You got this.
Ready? I'm gonna take it pretty easy. I have to learn this thing. It's got so much I don't know.
All the cowbell.
I'm ready.
All right.
Do it.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, bring the front. This is the hard part. Like bringing the front end there. There it is.
Nice.
And the water hazard. Run the big sweeper.
I'm putting even more compression in those front shocks. Try to get it to do something.
I love it. I love it.
Golf clap.
Solid effort. Very
I
nice.
have way more respect for you guys now.
Very nice. Dude, that was great.
It's way more hard to drive than mine. Wow. Dude, no 268 Chargers could be more different. It's wild. The engine is crazy. The steering is much worse. The understeer is horrible.
I feel like those were all compliments.
Yeah.
He's driving the General Mayhem next, Finnegan.
Do I need to know anything? Is it different than the last time?
You just drive it like a taxi cab.
Don't drive it on the rev limiter the whole time. Rods will fall out of it.
Oh, it's gonna take some getting used to.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, just put it in second gear. It's got the torque to pull that gear and spin the tires all you want.
Yeah, for sure.
Engage. Do it. Put it in gear.
One more. There you go.
Yeah, second's good.
I think 2 is good.
Well, he found the concrete under there.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
nice.
There he goes.
This car's great.
Hit the brake.
Woo!
Yeah.
He's got the recovery. He didn't get that full sweep like I was hoping, but that's a toughie. He's into the water,
Nice.
hanging it out.
Oh, yeah, now he's got some RPM.
He's getting the confidence.
Oh, nice. Slide in.
That was very cool. Now, can he get this whole circle?
Yeah.
Woo! That is cool. That is cool. Yes.
That was great.
That looks so
Car is
fun.
good.
The moment you're too far, you just give the little brake and it just goes where you want it to go.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was awesome.
How was that?
It's so easy to drive.
I know.
Do you want to see what happens in your car with Tony behind the wheel? I feel
Sure.
like the two of you know?
I'll ride with Tony. I think next up, though, is Dulcich in your car.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it.
Dulcich, my only advice is that it goes nowhere if it's not at least 3/4 throttle. Turn right to go left. Have fun.
Okay.
That's wise advice.
Hit it!
Oh, tire. Yeah, there we go.
Oversteer and recover.
This is where it gets really tricky. When
Yeah.
the front end starts to push.
That's where I punted
Right
it
there.
into the bush.
Oh, right there.
Oh, he's doing all right.
He's doing all right.
Higher.
Oh, it came out. We're good.
Oh, man, the steering is tough.
Rev limiter. Oh. He's into the weeds.
That was not good.
It looks awesome, though, doesn't it?
It sounds nuts. It looks awesome. Super hard.
No front brakes.
Nice. I'm terrified from here. The whole time, I'm like, ooh.
Okay, the car's in one piece. That's a victory in itself, right?
She wants all you're gonna give her.
Ah, she does.
Okay, if you don't dent it, I will never hashtag Tony Broken again.
Yeah, all right. Deal. That's fair.
All right, guys, hit it. Go for it.
It's beautiful, right? Yes, that's the way. Yeah, that's the move. I love that. Yeah! Yep.
Wow, he's making time. Look.
Yeah.
Yeah! Yep.
Much better.
That was
much
Oh,
better.
yeah.
It's
Dude, he's flying.
He was.
Absolutely flying.
Yeah, you set that last one up earlier and carried it.
Yeah, that felt
yeah,
good.
it's really good. Woo! That was awesome. Woo! And I spent most of my time watching the oil pressure gauge, and it was money.
This car is a dream.
Thank you.
Oh my God, it's such a good car.
So fun.
Woo! Shut it down.
All
That
right.
was the kill.
That was great.
That was nice, dude.
I love it.
And now we've got enough track time for a real Motor Trend sort of road test experience. All four drivers will agree the General Mayhem has the better chassis. It stops, steers, and slides way more easily than the Death Metal, which doesn't even have front brakes that work. It also understeers really badly. Transmission-wise, the Death Metal 6-speed is way cooler, but my torque flight is used and was way cheaper. Engine-wise, the rebuilt Motorhome 440 in the Mayhem is like one of the best street 440s I've had, and it makes 535 horsepower. So the Death Metal clearly has more horsepower clout than I do. And it also makes a lot more noise and just sounds like chaos happening. But you do have to drive Death Metal up at 7,500 RPM on the rev limiter, whereas General Mayhem has a lot more throttle control and low-end torque. So at this point, I think we can say General Mayhem has the poise, but Death Metal has the flair. Next up, me versus Finnegan head-to-head on our biggest track yet.
Time for the final rip here at DirtFish. We've had our fun.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's got a feel for the cars, and now these guys are going to take them out for the big course. They're going to get wild. There are some pretty dangerous obstacles involved.
There are.
And I'm glad to not be in the cars this time.
I know, and the turbo will probably shine here. You know, it'll
we'll see.
spool up. It'll get some RPM.
This is going to get gnarly.
Last time we did this was like the greatest day of our lives.
It's time to unleash hell. Let's go. Uh-oh. It was muddy.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. That's not good. We turned it into a steam engine.
Yeah, I see that. She doesn't sound happy.
Well, let's go.
Sure.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's not good.
Did a charge pipe come off?
No, I looked. That's what the first thing I thought, maybe, because it sounds like it's running at idle all right. There's a lot of water on those coils.
I think you fixed it, Tony.
I don't know, man.
All right, this is attempt number 2. First time around, the water trap got it. That's always the kiss of death.
Yeah, engines don't like sucking water in.
No. Here he goes. Coming out of the chute.
Doesn't sound right still.
Yeah, let's see what he does different this time.
Nice.
Oh, no, not the water.
That was good. Also sweet. Medium.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh, that hurt.
I don't know what that was, but it wasn't soft.
What happened? Where is he?
I don't know. I hear
I'm getting scared.
I hear engine noises.
Yeah.
I'm gonna barf. Well, I'll give it to you for the violence, but that was a pretty hard hit.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah. I'm glad we have helmets on this time.
We might have run over a cinder block.
Yeah.
Really? Is that what happened?
Yeah. All right, I'll move it out of the way so we can take the much steadier car around the racetrack.
Radiator gone?
I bent the radiator in half.
Death metal might be done for the day. Those guys were feeding that thing tons of water.
Yeah, they ended up going through a ditch and running over what they think is a giant block of concrete.
It's done for the day. It's leaking a couple different kinds of fluid. It's parked, but that's all right because we got more action. It's David's turn in the Mayhem. It hurt me a little bit watching the death metal get rocked.
Get killed, actually meet its death.
Yeah.
Ironically speaking, yes.
Here we go.
Time for some action.
Yeah.
See, I don't want to slide in over there. Whoa.
Whoa.
That is a tight turn there.
Yeah.
That's good.
He didn't want to go in the tires.
I like it. I like it.
Oh, very nice. It's showing off. Oh, we're going for a third one? Why not? Let's do it. You're a donut cutting genius. Go! Woo! Oh, man, that was awesome.
That was the best part.
Oh, my God, this is beautiful what you're doing here.
Okay, let me not hit whatever you hit.
Yeah, the puddle's no good for this.
That was gnarly.
There you go.
What happened?
I don't know. There it comes.
He was moving pretty fast.
Yes! Oh my God, this car rules. Absolutely rules. Nice work, dude.
Hell yeah.
That was badass.
This car is great.
It's awesome.
Pound,
I saw
man.
you guys go for the donut. I was like, they're having a blast out there.
Oh, we're having a
clearly.
blast.
Dude.
That was great.
That last test was supposed to be timed, but after Finnegan broke his car on the warm-up lap, we threw that away, and who really cares, because we had a whole bunch of fun anyway. And most importantly to me, I was able to prove to myself that I can come home with the General Mayhem Charger, back with motorhome 440 power, and back at DirtFish, honestly, in even better shape than it was the first time we had it here.
Yes!
Dudes, just pinch me. A third trip to DirtFish. Even better, we got to go with two of the funnest 68 Chargers on the planet, Death Metal and General Mayhem. And I gotta be honest, as much as I love my car, driving General Mayhem made me appreciate all that's wrong with Death Metal. And it made me appreciate the work that Freiburger and Dulcich put into Mayhem.
This car is like equal parts memories for me of some of me and Finnegan putting it together initially, and a whole lot more recently with me and Dulcich rebuilding the car essentially from scratch after we took that Hellcat engine out of it. And honestly, there is nothing better than making car memories with your friends.
It stops, it turns, it drifts, it does everything really well. And the best part about driving that car is that I'm now motivated to go home and work on mine to make it even better. I love Death Metal, and I'm gonna love it even more with some tweaks and some new chassis mods.
I'm okay declaring a mechanical victory with the General Mayhem. I mean, this thing is a better car than the Death Metal by every practical measure, from street driving to burnouts to DirtFish. But I also have to admit that Roadkill has never been about being practical. Death Metal is more audacious, controversial, and loud. Most importantly, it is more of a beater, so you don't have to care as much about thrashing it. And that makes Death Metal a threat to me, because if Finnegan ever gets that chassis sorted out, that car is going to be wicked fast and brutal fun.
Will we ever get back to DirtFish again with these cars? Probably not. I mean, there's only so many times you can visit heaven and live to tell about it. But that's okay, because there's plenty of other places to go on Roadkill, and you can bet we're gonna take you there with us.
The bottom line is that we all win here. Me, Finnegan, Dulcich, Tony, because we love the cars that we laid our own hands on, all for different reasons. And that's the whole thing about Roadkill. You can take two identical cars, two 1968 Dodge Chargers, and build them in two completely different ways and have all sorts of ridiculous fun with them no matter what. And that is the message that we have been preaching on Roadkill for 10 long years. Season 11, here we come.
See you next time.
I need to tell you this. In Russia, we have saying, no two chargers are the same. This charger, V8 power 440. Over there, we have 6-cylinder. V8 better than 6-cylinder. This charger make big sound, like bear. That one, it makes sound like pussy cat. This one more good.